Hello everyone, welcome to Chinmoy's Biology channel to a new episode of Respiration in Organisms, right? So today we are going to study about what is respiration, what are the different types of respiration, what is breathing and what are the different types of breathing. Okay, so with several activities I am going to teach this in today's episode. So don't skip in between because today's lesson will be a very interesting one. So let's get started and stay tuned throughout the full episode. So let us start with today's episode of respiration in organisms. So you all know when you are running fast, when you are moving from one place to another, you are moving up the stairs, you get like a short of breath, right? So why this is happening? Now here also there is an Bujo. He went very fast to meet his grandparents or grandmother. So he was also breathing so fast that he had a question in his mind that why he was having such a short of breath. So that only is breathing, and breathing is a part of respiration. So let us discuss about that respiration in today's episode. So why do we breathe? So we all know that our body is made up of small microscopic units called cell, and these cells are the smallest structural and functional unit of organisms. We have studied that in our lesson 2, right? So each cell performs certain functions such as nutrition, transport, excretion and reproduction. Okay, so to perform these functions, where is the cell getting the energy from? So the energy the cell is producing is from the process of respiration. So even when we are eating, we are sleeping, we are reading, we require some energy. So this energy, where does it come from? So you know that your parents keep on telling you that you need to eat proper food to have energy. So why is it that? The food has stored energy in it and which is released during respiration. Okay, so today we are going to deal with the types of respiration here as well as what is breathing and the types of breathing. So let's get started with the respiration first. Okay, so therefore all living organisms respire to get energy from food. Now during breathing, we breathe in air. You know that air, it contains oxygen, so the air we breathe in is rich in oxygen and where the air we breathe out is rich in carbon dioxide. Okay, so the air we are breathing in will be transported to all parts of the body. So all parts of the body are consisting of cells, so they are ultimately transported to the cells, and the cells in presence of oxygen, the air helps to break down the food. Okay, so this breakdown of food in presence of oxygen, what is happening? It is releasing the energy, and this energy is called cellular respiration. So the respiration is what? It is the breakdown of food to supply you energy in presence of oxygen. So is it clear to all of you? So just if there is a question that what is cellular respiration, you will describe that the process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. So cellular respiration takes place where? In the cells of all organisms. It is very easy. So the place or the location where the cellular respiration is taking place is the cells of all organisms, right? So now we will move on to the types of respiration. So what is happening here? In the cells, actually we can see that the food glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and the water using oxygen. Okay, so when the breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. Is it clear now? Now food can also be broken down without using oxygen, that is anaerobic respiration. Now what is happening? What is the actual process happening when glucose in presence of oxygen is breaking down into carbon dioxide, water and energy? Okay, so you should know that there are some organisms such as yeast. They are called anaerobes because they are surviving in absence of air. So they are called anaerobes. So obviously the type of respiration happening in their cell, their body is the anaerobic respiration. So it's clear till now. So they get energy through the anaerobic respiration, and in the absence of oxygen, glucose breaks down to form alcohol and carbon dioxide and energy. So in presence of oxygen, no alcohol production is there, but in absence of oxygen, there is a normal production of alcohol. Okay, so yeasts, what are yeasts? Yeast are single-celled organisms. They respire anaerobically, and during this process they yield alcohol, and they are therefore used to make wine and beer. So beer and wine are used with the help of using yeast in laboratories, right? So our muscle at times, they are also respiring anaerobically. So what are the conditions when we are working anaerobically? Is it for a short duration of time or it is for a long duration of time? So let us get back to that one. Now, our muscle cells can also respire anaerobically, but it is only for a short time. Okay, so when there is a temporary deficiency of oxygen, they can work without oxygen, but not for a long time. So what will happen if you are working without oxygen in a deficient oxygen environment for a long time? You'll have cramps in muscles, legs, hands and all. So what is happening here? Now let us go to details of that. During heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking for many hours and heavy weight lifting, we have seen that the demand of energy is very high. So you need a high amount of energy. So the cell needs to break down food, produce energy in higher amount. But the supply of oxygen to produce this energy is limited. Okay, so then anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. So when it is happening in the muscles in absence of oxygen, what is formed? Then lactic acid and energy is formed. So this lactic acid, when you are running, you are jumping, you are doing exercises anaerobically, this lactic acids get deposited in your muscles and this causes cramps. So that is why if there is a question in your exam that why you get muscle cramps after heavy exercise, so what you will write the answer? The answer is that the cramps occur when muscle cells respire anaerobically and the partial breakdown of glucose produces lactic acid. So this accumulation of lactic acid causes the muscle cramps. And we get relief from the cramps after using a hot bath or a massage. So why this hot bath or a massage is giving us relief from that cramp? Why? Because this hot water or a massage improves the circulation of blood. As a result, the supply of oxygen to the muscle cells increases, and the increase in the supply of oxygen results in the complete breakdown of lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. Is it clear? So this is what is happening. So as soon as the increase in oxygen supply results, so the complete breakdown of lactic acid is happening there, and which in turn gives rise to carbon dioxide and water. Now we will see what is breathing, right? So we have just now discussed only about respiration. So that is a thing which is happening in the cells of our body. But what is breathing? So this activity which you learn now, what is breathing? Now here they have given you one activity, but this activity should be done under the supervision of your teacher. Okay, so they have told you to close your nostrils, close your mouth tightly and look at a watch. So what did you feel after some time? How long were you able to keep both of them closed, both your nose and both your mouth? So note down how much time you can hold your breath. So now that you cannot survive for long without breathing, what is breathing? Breathing is actually taking in air rich in oxygen and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide, right? So with the help of our respiratory organs. So this details of respiratory organs, we are coming in details. Perhaps we will do that respiratory organs in the next class. So let us move according to your NCERT book. I'll teach you as per the curriculum, okay? So the taking in of air rich in oxygen into the body is called inhalation, and the giving out of air or carbon dioxide is called exhalation, right? So inhalation and exhalation. So it is a continuous process. So is it like that when you are sitting on a chair, when you are sleeping, when you are in school, when you are going to school by a school bus or a van? So do you think and inhale and think and exhale? No, it's a continuous process. It's an involuntary process, right? So without your knowledge only, you keep on inhaling and keep on exhaling. You no need to do any effort. So it's on all time and throughout the life of an organism. So it keeps on happening. Okay, so the number of times a person breathes in a minute is termed as the breathing rate. So if I ask you that what is a breathing rate, it is the number of times a person breathes in a minute is termed as a breathing rate. Now during breathing, inhalation and exhalation takes place alternatively. A breath means one inhalation plus one exhalation. So inhalation plus exhalation is equal to one breath. Okay, so that is one breath. Both together you will say it is one breath. Now, would you like to find out your breathing rate? Do you know whether it is constant or it changes according to the requirement of oxygen by the body? So this all we can find out, right? So generally, let us see what is there in this activity 6.2. Generally, we are not aware that we are breathing. However, if you try to count your rate of breathing, breathe in and out normally. So you keep a record of breathing rate. So when you are at complete rest, when you are exercising, when you are coming after a brisk walk, these all conditions you can take a record as well as of yours as well as your classmates. So from the above activities you can see how there is a variation in the breathing rate. So what is a breathing rate? How many times in a minute you are breathing. So this is a table, you can fill it up as a part of your homework. That is changes in breathing rate under different conditions. That is normal, after a brisk walk, after running for 100 meter and at rest. So this you can take for your classmates, and this is your own record. That is your self-recording you are doing, right? So on an average, an adult human being at rest breathes 15 to 18 times a minute, and during heavy exercise 25 times per minute. So while we exercise, not only we breathe fast, we also take deep breaths and thus inhale more oxygen. So we are breathing deeply and so we are inhaling more oxygen, and so more oxygen is supplied to our cells. It speeds up the breakdown of food and more energy is released during exercise. So does this explain that why you feel hungry after each physical activity? So that is why after you play for a long time, you come back home, you ask your mother to give food because you are feeling hungry after that physical activity, because your cells have produced a lot of energy. So how the energy is produced? By breaking down of the food. We have studied today only in the first part. So this is all what is happening in your body, is all the activities like this only they are happening. So why do we feel drowsy? Does your breathing rate slow down? When we are feeling drowsy, when we are sleeping, does our breathing rate slow? Does your body receive sufficient oxygen? So these are all the questions we will get to know when we are reading this. We will have a clear concept if you are having a understanding of this lesson clearly. Okay, so let us move on to another activity here. Activity 6.3. So let us see this activity. It shows that various activities are carried out by person. Someone is washing clothes, someone is sleeping, someone is walking, running, studying. So variations in different types of activities will be happening in this case as well. So can you say in which activity the rate of breathing will be the slowest and which the rate will be fastest? So assign the numbers to the pictures in order of their increasing rate of breathing as per your experience. So this is what you are going to do as per your homework. You should assign in the pictures in order how they are doing, the breathing rates are increasing. So this we will discuss in the next class in the beginning, right? So it is your homework. Now in the next class we will discuss about how do we breathe, and we will discuss about the full respiratory tract, from where we are breathing and what are the respiratory tract which helps in our exhalation and inhalation. So we will be discussing in the next class. So you need to subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned with all the lessons which I'll be posting. So subscribe, stay tuned, and don't forget to share it with your friends as well. So please go through the lesson in a very systematic and clear manner. And if you're having any doubts, please do write in the comment box. Okay, so we will be back with the next episode very soon. Till then, bye-bye.